Hey guys, it's Mass from BonkTable, going over another list for Amulet D20. We have primoz444 GiantAri list. I hope there's some giants in this one. You gonna show me some Clash of the Titans here, man? I hope so. We have an Arista Warlord with Aristia. Aristia changes your charge for your March value +5. To be honest, it's really good. It's always been pretty good. That's also, and because he's a Warlord, he's going to use the Supremacy to get as many things on, depending if it's heavies, that's the focus on his list, or mediums, that's the focus on his list, for re-rolling that reinforcement roll. Arista, I think, depending on, like, you know, the difference between the Polemark Warlord and the Aristarch? Gotcha. Got it. Can't even do it, my god. This one might need some editing. I'm going crazy. There's so many of these lists. Aristarch. The supremacy between the Aristarch and the Polemark, I myself personally lean towards the Aristarch just because I like to have a smooth reinforcement roll, and I don't ever like losing a game because I rolled poorly on my reinforcements and didn't have things show up in spots that I needed them to show up. It really sucks when you roll your, I'm going to roll 4 downs for my lights, and you roll all 5s and 6s. I'm going to roll 2 downs for my mediums. You've rolled all 5s and 6s. I'm going to roll again for my lights. Once again, more 5s and 6s. Turn 3. My lights automatically come in. I'm going to roll 4 downs for my mediums. All 5s and 6s. And you're like, oh my god, this sucks. So, having that reroll just kind of saves you on a bad dice roll. You do have to clear it before you roll, but I think there's, like, you're either going to do it turn 2 or turn 3, depending on what's going on, and it's just going to be more effective for you. So let's have a look at the rest of the list. We got Hoplites with a Minotaur Haspian Auxiliary. It's 7 stats total, including that Minotaur Haspian and the Dolorides. This combo here, they're going to be using this as their Advil. I need some Advil after this whole chat about this and all these lists. And then he's got 2 Scorpios War Chariots. Scorpios are my favorite War Chariots. I just have to be really honest with that. I think they are the more, like, optimal pick 9 times out of 10. There's times where there's like, oh, the Floggenboggin would have been like a better pick, but I'm like, the Scorpios is just gonna work more times than necessary. It's pretty rare you want to be that close with the Floggenboggin because it's like, oh, you get Tenestial when you're in effective range. You're only range 12, so you got to get within 6, and it's like, oh, how about I don't? how about I don't? I don't want to get too close and die. Because if you are that close and you don't kill the target, you're getting charged, you're getting stalled up. You have a poor melee combat at Clash 2 and 6 attacks, and they're probably just going to kill you even though you are D3, R3, or 10 wounds. You probably just get bogged down and died. Well, the Scorpios with the extra range, rapid volley for the ones doing additional hits, it just prints money. And then if you're in the flank, forcing your opponent to reroll 1s, just prints you more money. I like them more. What else we got? We got Promethean Oracle. He's got the spear, so you have to kill him when he's on his own or you cannot score. He's got a bunch of different abilities. We should go through them. Ancient Tactician. I think that's the big one here. That's different from the Nord's version. So the Promethean... Why am I inspires? Here we go. Let's see here. Ancient Tactician. There we go. Friendly Titan regiments charging through a piece of hindering terrain can benefit from Inspire. Okay, so they get the Nord's army roll. Sees the future, gain Fearless on his zone, and cannot have their stance count as less. Lord of the Titans just explains how he works. That's it. He does not get the charge bonus like the Nord's one do. Ooh. He does have a Supremacy, but Prismo did not decide to pick him as Supremacy. But let's have a look at his warband. Promethean Medium and Talos Heavy. Both good choices. Talos, kind of basically like 5 stanza Hoplites, condensed into 1 block. Still gonna say it, still believe by it, no matter what anyone says. Basically the same thing. The combat output isn't as good as 5 stanza Hoplites and, you know, the Minotaur Haspian, but it still is gonna kind of like bop some stuff over the head. Don't let it get bogged down though, and that's usually how it dies when stuff gets into its flank. D3, eventually enough damage will leak through it, even if it is hardened to. It's not suffering from Aura of Death, not suffering from lethal. Enough damage will leak through that it'll eventually die. It's not invincible, it's just really durable. The Promethean hopefully will give it a buff with its Tempered Resolve. I believe it makes it reroll 6s on something if it's close by. Oh, this monster and non-monsters reroll defense and morale. Okay, good job. And then all of regiments an 8, reroll hit rolls of 6, and add 1 to their clash characteristics to a max of 4. His spells are good. He just needs to get in there so he can trigger Herald of the Forge God. Talos actually has the mask upgrade, so I believe this gives a bubble of plus priest for the various different titans. Nope, it does not. That was the wrong one. It is all friendly monsters declaring a charge while within 8 of them gain unstoppable, so they get to reroll their charge. That's actually really nice. Plus 10 points for that. Yeah, I can see it. You have an Oracle and a Promethean who don't have unstoppable. It's just going to get them into play better. Last warband, we have an Apokos with 5 stands of Companion Cab and another 2 units of Scorpio. So 4 chariots, a Talos Hoplites as your anvils, chariots coming from support, Oracle. He's got Tenacious 1 and Harden 1, right? Yeah, he's kind of, once again, same output as a Mountain Jotnar, but better defensive stats than a Mountain Jotnar. He should be doing well. The Promethean, little less offensively than a Mountain Jotnar, but he does have the buffs around him, so he should be doing well. Followed up by the big block of Companion Cav. They should be doing some damage. There is armor crack in the Titans with the cleave 2 on all of them. No, Talos has cleave 1. There's good shooting in the 4 Scorpioses, and then he's got 2 bricks. So this is kind of playing a weirdly like a declined flank. He's probably going to send off 2 Scorpioses and maybe one of the Titans off to like a flank to either hold a zone like in head-to-head or to contest a zone so your opponent doesn't score at all as the main battle is fighting on the other side. This list wants to play a declined flank style. It is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. A little bit on the lower end. I think this is due to the change of how priority rules work. People are building lower card decks nowadays and lower card armies just because the +1 is no longer tied to whoever won or lost it before. It's still tied to how many cards are in the deck you have at each of the turns. So I've been noticing that a lot. I personally still like playing with high activation lists simply because it's just more stuff. You get to do more free things at the end, even if you lose the roll off. But if you're in a correct position, win or lose the roll off, you should have a game plan to play. As for this list, it should do well. It's got all the tools. It's moved some stuff to the Titans, what I think is a nice little change up compared to a lot of the other city-states lists we've seen. But it still has that fundamental, how do I say this, Bronze Age battling of flank and spank combat. The Hoplites and Talos are going to be there holding the line. Oracle, Promethean, Companion Cav coming in and doing that damage. With the chariots either protecting the flanks or providing shooting support to force engagements or chip off enough stuff that when the lines do crash, you can do some serious damage. And with the Aristia's reinforcement rolls, I would probably do it on turn 2 with all the mediums, getting more chariots on, getting the Promethean on, getting the Companion Cab on, are all just going to be more beneficial. While turn 3, even if you fail one of the 2 heavies, whatever, you bring on the Talos or you bring on the Oracle, depending on how you feel. See how it goes from there. Probably bring on the Talos, weirdly enough, just to hold on, and then have the Oracle follow up and do a bunch of damage. So with that, I like the list. I think it can do well. I want to know how it plays. Someone please tell me. I hope the organizers let me know how everyone played, show me the stuff at the end, and I get to see, kind of my thoughts and ideas if they played out or not. I could be full of shit, who knows. But with that, let's get on to the next list. I like this one. Good job, Prismo.